Okay, welcome everybody. So we didn't talk about it before. The video took a little bit of time just to make sure everything was correct. But today we're going to talk about supercharge generation. The main focus is going to be, or the first focus should I say, not the main focus, is going to be on the Flash ally and his ability to walk it off. So you get 15% supercharge restored. So that 15% is based on the type of supercharge you use. So if you use a 5,000, you'll get 750. If you use a 10,000, you'll get 1,500. And if you use a 2,500, you'll get 375. And it'll restore that much supercharge every time you use it. So what I will do here is just show you the difference in the three. So we're just going to look at where it says walk it off. So we'll use the 100% first, excuse me, the 10,000 supercharge first. So if you see, walk it off, heal Lord Aiden for 1,500 supercharge. We'll get into the other numbers a little bit later in the video. So that's the 10,000 supercharge. Now the 5,000 supercharge. And you can see, walk it off here, Lord Aiden, for 750. And finally, the 2,500, the same. Walk it off here, Lord Aiden, for 375. So regardless of the cost will detail how much regeneration you're getting healed for. So it's a pretty good ally, honestly. That and combined with the other ones which we're going to talk about now, just make this a really great ally for people that are using Supercharge. Okay, now if you've seen in the examples before, every time that I use a Supercharge, Scrap of the Soul Cloak healed me for 889, and the Powerful Reborn Headband healed me for 1905. So for people that know about supercharges, like you know the breakdown, you know everything that goes, so this part isn't really concerning you. This is more so people that wasn't really understanding the supercharges and scrap and EOG and all those things. So that's what this is about. Okay, so where we're at. So we'll start with the headband. No, actually we'll start with scrap. So what this artifact does, Soul Tap, increases your maximum supercharge and supercharge generation by 27%, reduces your supercharge ability by 22.5%, restores 7% max supercharge after using a supercharge ability. Okay, lots to unpack here. So your typical, with no additional anything, no artifacts, no mods, anything like that, your normal supercharge is 10,000. So that's why, way back in the day, if you would use Volcanic Calamity, which is wipe your whole supercharge meter. So it was supposed to be the stronger the supercharge, the more supercharge meter that it used. So you have a 10,000 supercharge base. When you add Scrap the Soul Cloak, it increases it by 27%. So now your overall supercharge pool is 12,700. With that being said, with Scrap of the Soul Cloak, the 7% that it's giving you back is based on the 12,700, not on the 10,000. That's why every time that it healed me for the 889. So if you do 12,700, 7% of that, you get 889. That's what you're gonna get every time. So then we'll talk about the next part. So that's big, that extra boost just by having this art, and then you're getting healed for the 889 every time you use a supercharge. Now also, something that goes hand in hand with it is going to be the ultimate supercharge mod for the head, which grants you 15% supercharge back when you use a supercharge. So if you see in the same example on the left hand side, Powerful Reborn Headband healed me for 1905. So it's doing 15% of the 12,700 with the increased supercharge pool, not of the 10,000 base. So every time I pop my supercharge, you can see 1905, 1905, 1905. So now, just those two by themselves, you're getting 2,794 supercharge regenerated just by having these slotted in, which is great. But now, with that, this is on damage roll start. I should have prefaced this whole thing. We're just talking about damage roll for right now. But with that 2,794, now you include the flash ally, which is giving you that 15% over the base supercharge number, 2,500, 5,000, or 10,000. So you go anywhere from adding, 375, 750, and 1,500, which throws out a lot of numbers. So let's see. Okay, so when you use the flash ally and you do it with a 2,500 supercharge, you're getting the 1905, the 889, and the 375. So you're restoring 3,169 supercharge back every time you use those together. So that's a 126.76% supercharge regeneration every time on a 2,500, which is a lot. Okay, so now when you run a 5K supercharge, you're getting the same base 1905 restored for the head mod. You're getting the 889 for scrap. You're getting 750 for the flash ally. So you're getting 3,544 return for every 5K supercharge that you use doing nothing else. So you're getting 70.88% restored just by having those three things slotted in every time you use a supercharge. So again, you have the 10,000 supercharge base, which everything runs off of, but your pool is 12,700. That's why you can run so many supercharges in that, because you're just regaining, and based on the excess to the overall pool, it just seems like so much. That's why you're getting, instead of only being able to do 2 5K supercharges, you can do 5 because of the extra regeneration. Now when you're running the 10K, same thing, as long as you have those same mods in, the head mod, scrap, you're getting the 1905, the 889, but now using flash you're getting the 1500. So that increases you to 4294. So you're getting 42%, well, 42.94% back supercharge restored for every 10K. Now this is just in damage. So in damage, you're able to, get these numbers of restoration back to your supercharge generation. That's not including if you're using EOG in any of the roles. So EOG, for the damage roll, you're just getting extra damage. You're getting the 8% on the 2,500, the 16% on a 5,000, and a 30% in the 10,000 full damage dealt. A player is standing in the Pollux Gaze, the orange. So you're always going to get, that additional damage boosted to added to your total. But now we're really talking about the other one. We're talking about Caster's Watch. This is why Tank builds Solaris supercharge spam build is so potent and powerful, because you're gaining 1%, excuse me, 0.5%, 1%, or 3% supercharge added, depending on what you use, 25, 5,000, or 1 or 10,000 added additionally. So 1% gives you an additional 127 supercharge return for 6 seconds. So there's 762 additional supercharge that's added into that generation, that's added into that. So it takes your your percentage. Instead of doing this 70.88%, you're now doing 86.12% of regen supercharge to the 5K, because it comes up to 4,306. So just by running these, you're almost ready to do another supercharge. Now when you use a 10K, it goes from the 42.94% to 65.8%. It's a huge increase when you're using Eye of the Gemini, when you're in any of the tank, or when you're in a healer role. It did.
Okay.
Well, there you go, everybody. I know there was a lot of numbers being thrown out, but hopefully it all made sense. Hopefully there's a little better understanding of how all these things work together. The flash highlight, in my opinion, for Supercharge, it's great. That combined with all the other things, with EOG, combined with Scrap and the head mod, I mean, for Supercharge build, I don't see anything wrong with putting these things together. I think it's very beneficial. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have any questions, hit me up in the comments. See you in the game. Have a good one, everybody.
What?